Hi Gareth, Joe here from Celtic Manor Golf Academy. Just going to do a quick bit of video analysis on the footage you've sent us here via Twitter. So just getting started, setup position very good. You create a lot of good angles there in terms of your posture, a lovely bend from the hips, light knee flex, and a crucial point as well, which a lot of people get wrong, your feet, your hips and your shoulders all perfectly parallel there, so your alignment is very good. It's an area where a lot of people struggle, where they get twisted with closed shoulders, open hips, whatever you want to name, but that's not something that's affecting you, which is really good. Arms hanging nice and naturally just beneath your shoulder sockets and your chin there, so a really good setup and a good start to the swing. There's a couple of issues moving into the backswing that I'd really like. I really think if you worked on would significantly improve your game. One in particular causes a sort of compensatory move at the top of the backswing, which sort of any compensatory move you make in the swing is going to have an effect on your consistency. And I think with a slight alteration in your takeaway and your backswing, you'd lose that compensatory move, and as such your consistency would go up a little bit. So I'm just going to show you what I mean as we move into the backswing here. So as we get halfway back here, difficult to see a little bit because your club shaft gets a little blurry, but as we get into this sort of position here where your hands are level with your right hip, or a little bit further here, your club's working quite significantly inside you here, so the club head's a bit behind you in this sort of area, whereas generally we want to see in the halfway back position here the club's still sort of parallel to your ball to target line in this sort of area, rather than working inside you there. So I think if we do a little bit of work on your takeaway and get you in that slightly more parallel position, your club shaft parallel to the ball to target line, you're going to lose what I'm calling this compensatory move at your top. So your club's still working a little bit behind you there. And then from the top, because you've got good coordination, and I think you probably play a few other sports as well, because you seem to have very good hand-eye coordination, and you see these compensatory moves a lot with people who do have good coordination, because their body reacts to get them into a better position to hit the ball. So just want to watch your head position here, so just put a little circle around your head, and we'll get Rory to the same top of the backswing here. A little too far there. So at his top of the backswing position here, it's not uncommon, if we put the same circle around his head, it's not uncommon for good players to experience a drop in the head, a slight loss of height, so the head working down a little bit. It just gets you in a slightly more powerful, what they call a squat position before hitting the ball. So a lot of longer hitters you'll see losing a little bit of height where they get in that squat position. What isn't quite so good or quite so effective and is going to cause you a few more problems is your head moving a little bit forward, which affects your spine angle. So I'm just going to pop this little line in here. So just from the sort of base of your neck working down towards your belt buckle, that's giving a good indication of your level there. So as we move into your downswing, like I said, the head dropping not a huge issue, but it's moved forward quite significantly in terms of your previous head position at the top there. So it's come forward a good couple of inches. That has the effect of you losing your spine angle a little bit. So your spine angle's changed there. So your consistency is certainly going to be compromised from that. And like I said, I think it's the root cause of that. I'll just show you what Rory does. So his is more of a straight drop. See how his head's straight dropping, and it is staying in line there, the front part of his head in line with where it was at the top. So he's not lost his spine angle at all, he's just lost his level a bit into that squat position that I was talking about. Going back to yourself, Gareth, I think the main issue causing that is that slightly flat takeaway, slightly flat backswing, and because you're a good player, because you've got coordination, your body reacts and steepens the plane naturally. So it will work for you to a certain extent, but you're pretty reliant on timing there. So I think if we can just get that out of your game a little bit, working on that takeaway, getting your hands a bit more out in front, your club head more out in front of you, and the club shaft more parallel to your ball to target line at halfway, I think that's really going to help you. As we move on through, you create a lot of speed, lovely free release of the club. You can see the ball starting nicely on target and into a really good full athletic follow-through position, which is very similar to the position that Rory gets in there. Nice high hands, club fully extended through the ball there. So like I said, there's an awful lot of good stuff going on, and you can clearly hit the ball. You're clearly a good solid player, but I think just changing that backswing position, that halfway back, your takeaway, will really eradicate that compensatory move you make at the top of the backswing, and I think will certainly help your consistency. So thanks very much for sending the video in. If you do want to pop into the academy and book a lesson, we can certainly work on that with some drills, and we'll do our best to help you out. So thanks for your time, Gareth, and see you soon.